Hello, late night listeners. This is Brian, and I wanted to let you know that we have a Patreon. It's a really fun thing. It's a great way to support the show, and it gets you access to all kinds of exclusive stuff. We have exclusive mini episodes. We have videos of me, for example, writing music for various things of the show. Leighton's doing all sorts of stuff, and it's just a really fun community. You also get access to our Discord if you sign up for our $5 a month tier or up. So if you like the show and you like what you hear, please check us out over on Patreon. It's really a great way to support us. Thanks so much, and enjoy Late Night with Brian Wecht. It's my Don Pardo impression. We're back, part 2.
We are so back. You know, a little bit of time has passed since the Unhinged part 1. I don't know what was going on there, but we took a little break.
Comedy? I don't know.
Yeah, top tier bits and goofs and gaffes. To be clear, I was the only one doing bits. Brian wasn't doing bits. He'd never do a bit. He would rather call me a bitch than do a bit.
No. Can I a comedy note, please? He would rather call me here. This is what you should have said. He would rather call me a bitch than do a bit.
You know what's real comedy is just completely correcting the other person's bit.
If I may, last night, Audrey,
you may not.
I'm going to. It's an Audrey story. You'll love it. I promise. Audrey was in a musical theater class this fall, and they had their performance last night of Seussical Jr., the musical. Now look, Seussical is a bad show. Everybody knows it. Of course.
So once learn it?
Well, once I took the stage unannounced, he was. I was like, check out my thneed, bitch. Seussical is the music. I don't want to cast aspersions. I don't like it. You know what?
Yes, you do.
Let me not put a value judgment on it. Let me merely say I hate it. Now, that established, this was the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. Did I say thin?
You did, but I chose not to give you shit.
Cutest fucking thing I've ever seen, because it's a bunch of like, I think it's like 3rd through 6th graders approximately doing a musical, which is just innately cute. Mm-hmm. And my daughter, the actor, let's just say one lesson we need to work on is you don't need to tell other people on stage when they're missing their cues.
Oh my God.
There was one thing where one kid started early and she looked over and very pointedly shook her head like, nope. And it comes from a good place. She's trying to do the show correctly, and she knows what she's doing. And it was the funniest thing ever. And I was like, oh my God, Audrey, you don't need to correct that other kid. Like, it was so funny.
Oh, that's great. I feel like I sometimes channel this particular energy on this show, or especially if I have to record a promo or anything like that, where like the way kids deliver their lines in a school play is so funny, and I love to see it.
Actually, yeah. Can I tell you my favorite version of that though is not the way you did it, which I do like.
Right.
But my favorite version of this is where they just say their lines like this, and then they go, "Well, across the stage." So it's not even it's the other kid. It's not the kid who is performing but can't quite do it. It's the kid who is too embarrassed to be on stage and just needs to get the line over with ASAP.
Yeah.
I feel like I see a lot of kids do this. There were definitely kids like this. Anytime I've ever seen a kid skit, it's like looking away from the audience and just going through it. And I get it. Look, it's hard to be on stage, and they're children. I completely understand where it comes from. That said, it's like classic kid to just mumble your way through a line quickly so you can say, I did it.
Yeah. I guess the last time I saw Child's Play was me being in The last time I saw Child's Play was on a semi amount of drugs a couple of months ago, watching it with my neighbors.
I got in trouble for watching kids play. Like, they told me I couldn't come back.
You've seen the Child's Play films, Brian, correct?
You know what? Actually, Layden, I've never seen any Child's Play anything except the occasional, like, Chucky clip on YouTube. And look, I love Brad Dourif as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
Big Jennifer Tilly fan. You know, I appreciate, there's a series out right now. I probably would really like it. I just have never seen it because when it came out, I was too scared of it. And then I just missed it.
Oh yeah. I was a child when like Seed of Chucky came out. And I remember like not even wanting to walk within 3 feet of that poster.
Yeah.
We should watch Child's Play with Jory. I was about to do a thing where I pretended to have like a Jory hotline. Like I was going to do a whole like beep, boop, beep, beep. But then in my brain, I was like, I would actually have to call Jory to do this. And I think nothing would scare him more than me calling him out of nowhere.
Do it. Please do it right now.
No, I'm not going to.
Come on, do it.
No.
Layden.
He's going to think I'm having like a fucking crisis. Brian, that's
great. Then don't pick up. Do it.
No, I'm not going to call
Put him on
Jory.
speaker.
He won't be able to hear you.
Put him on speaker and do it.
Don't browbeat me into this, Brian.
I'm not. Actually, I have pronounced brows, so I could do it. Do you really not want to?
I really don't. I don't want to bug him.
Then do it.
Maybe there's a point in this episode where it would be appropriate to invoke his name.
Fine. Well, why don't you do this?
Huh?
If I may.
What?
Text him and be like, I'm going to call you in the next half hour. Nothing urgent. But please pick up.
Okay.
I'm begging you. And then add, I'm begging you.
I fucking hate you, Brian.
You don't have to do, I'm not controlling your thumbs. You don't have to do it.
No, that's a lie. You know it.
You should do it, morally.
Hold on, I'm getting on Discord. Hi, Jory.
Discord? Why Discord, not text?
Because that's where we talk.
Okay.
Done.
Great. Well, that was fun. We're going to call him in a bit.
Yeah, we'll see about it.
Oh, wait, it was a text. You did send a text.
Do you want to read the text that I sent?
Yes. Hi, Jory. Brian is forcing me to call you for the podcast, or is going to make me soon. Under duress. I just want you to know that if you get a phone call from me, I'm not actively dying. You can't say anything anymore. And I feel like free speech is under attack from the intolerant left, mostly on college campuses, but in the culture at large. Common sense is dying.
I said that
now he's defaming
me.
The woke mind virus will come for us all. What? Really, what?
You left out the whole message about 5G.
My favorite rapper?
What songs does 5G do?
That might be the worst joke I've ever made. That's a really bad one. I don't like it.
Yeah, well, you're keeping it in. You defamed me for a couple of minutes. You have to live with your fucking choices,
That's
my
fair.
friend.
I've mentioned this before, but I think it was a Josh Gondelman tweet. The only 5G I care about is a ghost, which I really think is funny. Oh, wait, he's on the line. We got to get him on right now. Here, I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him. Yes. You can't tell me what to do. I'm calling him right now. Here we go.
No.
All right, we're dialing.
Hello?
He picked up.
What the fuck? I specifically told him not to pick
What's
up.
happening?
Oh, Jory, we're recording the best of 2023 episode, and you can't hear Layton, but she's on the other line. Layton, is there anything you want me to say to Jory?
Brian, that you're a fucking traitor, and Jory is also a traitor for ignoring my Discord messages telling him not to pick up.
That's okay. Leighton says that you can't say anything anymore, and free speech is under attack from the intolerant left on college campuses.
Censored. Wait, is she anti-woke now?
She is. Yeah, she said that's, quote, her new brand.
He's on his little bike in traffic, bro.
She's rebranding. Wait, are you on your bike right now?
I am.
Oh,
Danger.
She called that correctly.
I'm doing 22 miles per hour right now.
You didn't have to pick up.
This is unsafe for him.
Yes, I did. What are you talking about? You could have been dying.
Oh, you know what? Layton, actually, you miscalculated. You said to Jory that you weren't dying, but I called him, and I could have been dying.
Yeah, Layton told me she wasn't anything about you.
Oh, you cut off there for a second. I don't know if you just got hit by a car, but yeah.
It was a glancing blow. So what's going on?
We're just nothing other than we're desperate for content, and I thought it'd be fun to call you.
I mean, I could try to remember a poem or a limerick of some description.
Can you tell us a joke?
No, I have a terrible memory for jokes, actually. Hold on. Let me try to think of one.
His audio quality is so fucking good. Ask him if he's using his bone headphones.
Shit here, Brian. This call's making me look really bad.
Jory, hang up. If you can't talk right now, hang up.
No, I meant I'm eating shit comedically.
Oh, he's eating shit comedically, he says, Layton.
Oh.
Fuck, I had a really good one. I was like, because you know how a normal person is just like trying to think of funny jokes for emergency situations?
No.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
You're invalidating him so hard. I am for real actually being silenced for once. This is so fucked up.
I can do for you, Brian.
No, that was all, Jory. You go please bike safely. I won't keep you any longer.
I hope that you bike safely as well.
Wait, hold on. Layton's saying something right now, actually. She said she's excited for the live show tomorrow night, and she's excited to especially welcome you to, quote, the no spin zone.
She keeps talking about her new rules.
That's right. Yes.
Jory!
Yes. She has a lot of new rules, most of which involve me not being on the podcast.
Top 10 anime betrayals of all
Is that
time.
really happening? It's just her in the no spin zone now.
Yeah, I feel my voice is definitely being silenced.
Oh, fuck you! What the
She
fuck?
agrees with me.
No, I don't!
She's in the middle of even more than Frankie Muniz, babe. There we go. There's a joke for you.
That was great, Jory. All right. Travel safe. We'll see you tomorrow.
And same to you. See you tomorrow.
Okay, bye. That was fun. I like talking to Jory when he can't hear you. I really like that. That is fun stuff.
You could have killed him. I just want you to know that you would probably be legally culpable.
I did not pick up.
He wasn't consenting to being hit by a car, but you were. That was endangerment. That was that was Jory endangerment.
If other people get hit by cars, how is that my problem?
Because you're a man? ?
Okay? Please elaborate.
Well, if we're gonna spin this fucking narrative, everything is men's fault and men can't say anything anymore? ? And so if I want you to know that as you were actively right before you called him, I was messaging him very frantically on Discord, verbatim, all caps. Jory, defy this bit. Call Brian. Call him first. He's calling you now. Don't pick up.
You can't bit a bitter.
Oh, so you admit that what you just did was a bit?
No, he's the bitter.
Fuck.
Jesus
it's like
Christ.
the Riddler or the Joker. He's the bitter.
Yeah, the bitter. That's the ultimate.
The new supervillain.
Yeah, supervillain. Yeah, I'm not attacking you. I would never shoot a ray at you.
So wait, the only bit that he does is just fully sarcastic gaslighting?
Is that a bit or is that a lifestyle?
Why can't it be both?
How
long can you do that for without taking a breath? Brian, it's really unprofessional. You should have turned off your vibrator before you got on this call.
Nope, I came.
everybody. Welcome to Late Night with Brian Wecht, who just came.
Oh, that just hit different.
Well, we're here to celebrate the best of 2023.
I came to celebrate the best of 2023. Original bit.
Actually, going off of my old catchphrase, "Stay safe, come hard." Not only did you, I'm dubious to the level to which you came.
Yes.
But you definitely made Jory unsafe.
What? Yeah.
So you just kind of threw.
That's a good point.
Threw that. You just kind of threw my old catchphrase.
That totally makes sense. Completely agree.
The show is the worst podcast on the platform.
Oh, wow, that's a bold one.
I don't think I'm wrong. I think that's probably a true
I can't
thing.
hear you. What? This is fun. I can't believe I haven't done this before. I really like doing this.
This is fucking unlistenable.
I don't care. I don't have to listen to it. Here's the thing about Leighton, let a man explain to you how a podcast works. Here's the thing. When we get on, now I recognize you might not get this. They don't hear us real time. So we record the audio and then we send it to Jarek, who edits it, and then it goes out there.
And
so
makes the show actually good.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah, while we're here, everybody, please appreciate and cherish Jarek for all of the incredibly hard work he does on this show, and also the incredibly hard work.
Yeah.
Don't ever call him that. Putting up with our dumbasses. So
what's wrong? What's wrong with calling him the J-Man? There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, B-Man.
I like that.
All right, B-Man. Are there any what other things?
Oh wait, would you be the layman though? That'd be fun.
I'm hanging. I gotta go. It's been fun doing.
Look,
it's been fun doing this show with you, Brian. I mean, fun. I say loosely. Funny, fun. I don't know. We all have different ideas of fun. I think you and I are really off on the idea of what's fun. But I meant fun in the. You know how we talked about air quotes on the last episode. The fun was totally in air quotes.
Leighton, just give me 5 seconds of your time. 5 seconds of your time. You have to admit that layman was a good joke.
3, 4.
Didn't even need 5, needed 3. Boom.
No, I don't.
Sorry, what are we doing?
So this is part 2 of the clip show where we're going to talk about some clips and then we're going to play the clips and you'll listen to the clips.
They're online, so they're e-clips.
Is that your favorite of the Twilight novels?
No. I like Breaking Bad.
Name all 5 Twilight books.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
No Googling.
No, I would never.
Book 1 is Twilight. Book 2.
Okay, hold on. No, I'm not actually Googling. I was just typing random things. Oh, wait. Jory texted. Hold on.
Drop everything. What do you mean Jory texted? I don't see anything in the group chat.
Well, he texted me personally.
What the fuck?
I just realized part of the joke I said didn't scan because I forgot to say part of it. Turns out it's really hard to do Dennis Miller bits on a bicycle. Sent with Siri. I'm just going to say noted. Responded. All right. So let's see. Is it Twilight? And I'm really, really not looking at this. Was I read Breaking Dawn? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that 2? I couldn't tell you anywhere.
No, it's not.
Okay. Fallout New Vegas.
Are you sure you're not Googling these?
I'm really not Googling. I don't know how to use Google. I assume Eclipse from what you said. Right?
Uh-huh.
So I got 3, is that right? Twilight, Breaking Dawn, and Eclipse?
Yes. You're missing the second book in the series.
Twilight. I feel like I should know this. Hold on, let me think. Can I dredge anything up from the depths of my memory here?
One of the things.
Hold on, no. Don't give me any hints.
You were close.
There's a fall thing. Is that right? Did I say fall? Fallout? It's fun to listen to people guess things. I don't know. What are the other two?
It's the full series is, like the originals are Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn,
New
and then
Moon.
New Moon.
Wait. Wasn't that for Twilight, New Moon,
Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, and then there was Midnight Sun. So there were like four
Midnight
in the original.
Sun.
Midnight Sun came out in 2020 though. So
Have you read these?
I have read Twilight and New Moon.
And?
Oh, they're as bad as everybody say they are. And I hated them violently when they were popular when I was a middle schooler. And I hated the movie. I hated Kristen Stewart. I hated Rob Pattinson. And now I'm bisexual. So I was dealing with
both of them.
Yeah, so I was dealing with a lot of internalized stuff there. Boy, the books are bad though.
Okay. I've never read the books. I've never seen the movies. I lived through the exact events that happened. Yeah. I was a vampire in love with a werewolf, ? I don't really know what happened.
You meet the group. Okay, if I told you that there was a band of Italian vampires that are like the rulers of the vampires, what would you call them?
Oh, sorry. This is, a band of Italian vampires that they are the rulers.
Yeah, basically. They're like the arbiters of the vampiric goings-on worldwide.
Let's see. What would I call that? The Transylvanian Mafia.
Boo.
Let's see.
Next.
The Vampirinas. What else can we do here? The Vatican, because they suck off money from the world and protect monsters. What other Italian vampires? Oh, wait. I have a good one here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Can I actually make this work? Can I make this work?
I don't know. Can you?
Like, because they suck marrow out of bones, like the Ossobucolinis. Nope, that one didn't quite work.
No, I'm just going to stop. I'm stopping.
No. Give me two more guesses.
Anti-Italian discrimination. You have 60 seconds to make two more guesses, starting now.
Okay. Ennio Morricone.
That's one. Second one.
Let's see.
If you don't do it in 60 seconds, you die.
The Fang Gang. Or what are they called?
They're called the Volturi.
What?
The thing that you would never have guessed in a billion fucking years, and I just wanted you to sweat it.
Volturi?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who plays Wesley Snipes on 30 Rock, whose name I can't remember.
Wait, someone plays... I don't even remember this at all. Someone plays Wesley Snipes on 30 Rock.
It's Wesley. It's like Liz's boyfriend, Wesley, who's British and a very white guy.
Oh, yeah. Who is that guy? Right. Yes.
I can't. I'm staring at him. I can't think of his name, and I don't care enough to click onto another bit to find out what his name is. Guess we'll never know.
Okay. Yep. We're fucked now.
Oh, it's Michael. No, what?
Michael Sheen?
Sheen?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. That is Michael Sheen, isn't it?
Wow, he took so many selfies in his costume. That's really funny.
Mm-hmm. He's the guy. He was in Good Omens, right? That guy. Yeah. Right.
And he like donates all of his profits from acting.
Yes, that's right.
I respect that. Anyway, what the fuck are we talking about?
Eclipse, baby.
Eclipse.
Look, here's the first one I want to get to, which is, this is a long one. That's fine. Look, we like to swear on this show.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Possibly too much. Probably not too much.
This is the thing that goes through my head every day where I'm like, can I go without saying the F word for a little bit? And, it's an issue. I know there. Yeah, that's the word I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if you listen to the show and you're annoyed by all the fuck words saying, so am I. I annoy myself on a regular basis, and this podcast is cosmic penance in which I have to inflict it on others like the tape from The Ring. Do I like it? No. Do you like it? No.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to listen to it? Yeah, you fucking are. Roll the fucking clip. Do you ever get insecure about how much you say fuck?
No, you know what? I really don't, actually, because I'm pretty good at being aware of when I say it. Like, I don't say it around Audrey, ever.
Situational fuck awareness.
That's exactly what I have. Yes, I have SFA. A very, very highly developed sense of it, I might say.
Yeah.
I don't swear around Audrey, like, ever. Rachel is, I mean, pretty careful, but less careful than I. But also because she's Midwestern, we were just talking about this, she will say things like, oh, poop, which I would never say in my life. I couldn't pull off an oh, poop.
I would leave the show.
Yes.
If you ever said that.
Darn it to poop.
Gee willikers.
Yeah, Rachel
Gee
can pull
whiz.
that stuff off very well because it just fits with her demeanor and accent.
No, but you being from Jersey, it comes natural.
I was talking about this with Audrey. We were talking about language yesterday. Oh, this is how it started. I picked her up for school, and she goes, Daddy, I have to tell you something. I was like, what is it, honey? By the way, anything that starts with that can go either way. It can be something pretty bad or, I mean, relatively for a little kid, or something completely innocuous. In this case, it was, Daddy, I have to tell you something. I said ass today in school. And I was like, okay, well, you know, that's not really a bad word. Like, it's a little crude, I guess, but people don't generally think of that as a swear word.
Is that so?
What, that people don't think of ass as a swear word?
Yeah.
I don't think people think of ass as a swear word, although it does count. I think we talked about this recently as explicit language for radio play.
Is that not a swear? If you told me to like list cusses, ass would be in there.
Really?
Why wouldn't it be?
Okay. Swear tier list right now. Tier 1. Tier 1. How many tiers are there?
What's the severity?
Tier 1 is the most severe.
Well, see you next Tuesday is in tier 1 for Americans.
Okay, I'm not even going to say that.
It's not in tier 1 for Leighton, though.
Or for Brits. I'm going to put C star as a tier 1 swear. And I'm not saying it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get emails. All right. How many tiers do we start with?
I don't know. Maybe let's just
see where they go.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for English swear words.
Okay, great.
Slurs are exempt from this list.
No, we're not talking
slurs.
about slurs. No slurs.
But then it gets into the question of how severely do you rate the misogynistic swear words?
Well, I don't know if I consider some of those swear words as much as slurs.
Bitch.
I wouldn't call bitch a swear word. I would call it a...
What is okay, hold on. Back up. Define swear words.
Well, that's a good question. I distinguish, perhaps incorrectly, between like crude words and swear words. So bitch and ass, I would say, are kind of vulgar or crude language, but I wouldn't call them swears.
Would you say that because they both have meanings that are not necessary? You know, ass, donkey, bitch is referred to dogs, question mark. That's
a good question, perhaps.
So you say ass isn't one. Is asshole one?
Oh,
because on TV, they'll censor hole, but not ass.
And there's a thing on radio, too, where it's like, I can't remember which is the good one, the anatomical one or the calling someone a jerk one. One of those is okay and the other isn't. And I can't remember which is okay. They talk about this on 7 Second Delay. I guess I would consider asshole a swear word.
Dick.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I should be writing these down on my tier list, by the way.
Dickhead, dickhole. What about those?
Yeah, I'd call those swear words. It's kind of a vibe thing for me, too. Roughly, it's like, would I be bothered if Audrey said them? I don't care if Audrey says ass. If Audrey saw someone doing something and was like, what a dick, I'd be like, whoa, what's going on? So
I presume because, like, you know, there's some swears that are considerably more sexual.
Yes.
Or at least refer
That's
to
part of
sex
it, for sure,
organs.
for a little kid. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Severity. Now, this is an interesting one because I think it's cultural. Fuck. Where do we put fuck?
In terms of severity, American-wise, I think See You Next Tuesday gets its own tier as the worst
I
one.
agree with that. It's at the top. It's definitely at the top. Nothing. Okay, that's tier 1.
That's the C tier.
Yes.
Which is the name of this episode.
It's the C tier. Great.
Right under that is the fuck word tier.
Yep, I'm writing fuck. That's great.
And I feel like fuck stands alone.
Well, let's see. You may be right. You may not.
Is there anything else on the level of fuck?
Shit is definitely below fuck. I'm going to put shit 1 below fuck.
I would say shit and dick are on the same tier.
Yep, I would agree with that. What about cock? Same as dick, right?
I almost feel like cock is worse. I don't think it belongs in the fuck tier. Doesn't cock sound more vulgar than dick?
It absolutely does. Okay, I'm already adjusting my list. So cock is between fuck and the dick shit tier. I'm going to need to revise this here. I need more space.
This is what happens when we're left alone to do an episode.
That's right. We couldn't subject anyone else to this. I'm glad we're doing it, though.
It's
okay,
true.
I'm leaving
It's
lots
true.
of space here. Fuck, cock, shit, dick. People, actually study this, so we could look it up.
We're basically linguists.
I would put like motherfucker kind of the same as fuck because fuck is a component, yet I would agree it feels a little less severe, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a levity to motherfucker. I also say fucker and motherfucker almost exclusively as affectionate terms.
Yes, absolutely.
So we've got to have bastard tier.
That's below shit and dick, though.
Yeah, I feel like bastard is almost, that's like entry level swearing.
I'm going to put ass and bastard on the same level, right?
I think that's fair. What about damn? I feel like damn is like
at the bottom.
Lowest level.
Damn, even though this would not have been the case a long time ago, I regard, darn and damn as kind of the same.
Really?
Yeah, but darn is not even a swear, actually, right?
No, it's not. So why would they be the same? Damn is
fair
obviously
enough,
different.
Fair enough.
So damn and damn it on the same tier, probably.
Yeah.
That's like dad swearing tier.
Yeah, and same as goddamn it. Of course.
Well, and then that enters the tricky category of Jesus Christ as an exclamation.
I wouldn't consider that a swear.
Nor I, based on how much I say it.
Yeah. Okay, well, what else? Let's just list other swears. So right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And your standard tier list usually has like 7 parts-ish.
Yeah. Hell.
Hell, same as damn, if that's even a swear.
HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I almost feel like hell and damn, and to a lesser extent, Jesus Christ are kind of like that first on the stepladder, where it's like, they're not that bad, but if you're 12 and swearing for the first time, those feel edgy.
Okay, this is good. On the first 2 tiers, damn it, God damn it, hell, Jesus Christ, tier 1. That's the lowest now. Tier 2, bastard and ass. Tier 1 and tier 2 swears, I am fine if Audrey says.
Okay.
Audrey could look at someone and be like, what a bastard. And I'd be like, that's adorable. Honestly, that's true for pretty much all of these. It's just cute when kids say stuff. We've talked to her about shit, basically because I wanted her to listen to a couple NSP songs. And I was like, you know what? We have to talk about this. And so now she's doing that thing where in order to say shit, she's couching it in a question where she'll be like, is it okay if I say shit? And I'll be like, honey, I'd prefer not. But if the situation demands it.
Is shit on the list yet?
Yeah, it's in tier 3 with dick.
Okay.
What other swears don't we have yet?
So we don't have the misogynistic ones, which I do consider swears. I don't necessarily consider them slurs.
Like bitch.
Bitch, whore.
Whore isn't a swear. It's misogynistic, but...
Okay, all right, okay. Excising whore. I think pussy is like second to fuck.
Below or same?
Below.
Same as cock, though. That feels right.
Pussy is worse than cock.
All right, we just created a new tier.
The misogyny tier?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, now we're at 7. Now we're at 7 tiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
This is great. We're really getting something done today. Some of these I'm just not going to say for perhaps obvious reasons. I'm going to leave a lot of the misogynistic ones for you to say. What goes with cock?
I really like that you asked that as if asking for like a wine pairing.
Yeah. Usually a Syrah or a Malbec goes nicely with cock.
I feel like any wine that would dry your mouth does not. I'm going to stop saying words.
Jared, leave that in. You have to leave that in. Under no
Of course,
circumstances are we cutting that.
I stand by it. I don't want to finish the thought, but I do stand by it.
Yeah.
I think we've hit most of the bases. I can't see this list.
Did you want bitch on this list?
Bitch is absolutely on the list.
Okay, but where? Where?
You might want to put it in the misogyny tier.
Worse than cock? No.
Bitch is absolutely worse than cock.
Really?
Are you serious? Yeah.
I mean, if you say so. All right, I'll put it there. I disagree. I would actually put that one, in terms of severity of swear, pretty low. Because people, by the way, people will use bitch all the time and not in a sweary way. For example, check out this bitch, right?
Everyone's saying that.
Everyone's saying that. Or people use that word affectionately too, I guess that's true for a lot of swears.
Agreed.
There's, homophobic swears, which I am also not going to say, but one might regard as, of a kind with bitch, which could be used in an aggressive way or in an affectionate way, depending on who's saying it and to whom.
Yes, that affects the entire tier list, though.
Yes,
is intention.
100%.
But does the meaning of a word truly change based on intent? I think so, but I think a lot of people would say not.
Well, I mean, words can be used in different ways, right? Different words have different connotations depending on things.
Context.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we missing any big ones? Are we missing any heavy hitters?
Piss.
Piss, I would not consider a swear.
Really?
Yes.
See, I think piss and bitch are pretty much the same.
Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious. But that might just be me as a piss bitch.
Very true.
You don't want piss on this list? Okay. I mean, I would put it actually pretty... See, I would have put bitch way at the bottom, personally. But again, I've never been called one aggressively, so maybe that's not for me to say.
Yeah, maybe that's me who has been called a bitch aggressively many, many times and have reclaimed it aggressively. Because how else do I reconcile my life experience? I think that's our list. I'm really fond of the C tier.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's just sometimes you have to.
Here's our list.
It's so fucking funny.
I mean, it's pretty crude at this point, but
you know what? Now that I see it, I don't think bitch belongs in the pussy tier.
Thank you.
Well,
finally,
I had to see it visually.
Finally, reason prevails on the Late Night podcast.
Will you text me an image of this list just so I have a visual
Where am
reference?
I putting bitch, though, before I do that?
Put it where you wanted to put it.
I'm going to put it with bastard and ass. All right. I'm going to text you a copy of this right now. I put the C tier in a little hat, as you saw.
Why'd you put the C tier in a hat?
It just needed a little box up there. Okay. Because I wanted to isolate it. I wanted to isolate it by itself.
Right.
And here. Okay. Let me make very sure I'm not texting this to someone else. Which I am not. This is always, every time I fucking text a picture of something even vaguely humorous, I'm like, did I accidentally text, my mother-in-law or something? Okay. You should have this.
Right. Okay.
Wow. God's work indeed. What are Carlin's 7 words? Aren't we missing?
There's something about the scribbled out
tits.
bitch that really gets me.
Tits. What about tits? Should tits go on this
I don't
list?
think tits is a swear word.
I would agree with that, actually. Okay, this is our tier list. Now, what I really want to do is wine pairings. This is a list. I have to say, this is probably the best thing we've ever done on this show.
I think this is the only thing of value we've ever contributed to society with this show.
Let me review the list here.
Wait, before you do it, I need you to do it like a waiter reading the specials for this evening.
Okay, very good. All right.
I've walked into your restaurant and I've sat down and I'm dressed nice and you're asking me if I'd like to hear the specials for this evening.
Great. Let's see. What is the name of our restaurant is Soup Plantation.
It's just censored.
Great.
Getting called a bitch by the person behind the counter at Soup Plantation. Yep. Rest in peace.
All right.
That's why they closed.
So welcome to Soup Plantation. I'll be your server, Chaz. Would you care to hear the specials this evening?
I would love to.
Great. We're starting off here for our first course. We have a variety of options. Actually, this is our most diverse course. We have damn it, God damn it, hell, and Jesus Christ. And with that, may I suggest a fresh box of Franzia White Zin and a soggy piece of pizza on a paper plate.
Oh.
Now, moving on to the second course, here we have Bastard, Ass, and Bitch. And we're pairing that today with a sweet white, like a Gewürztraminer or a Riesling. And, of course, for the second course, dessert, which you can take your pick. We have some nice New York cheesecake with a blueberry drip on top, or some freshly made
I do love a drip
profiteroles with hot fudge sauce. Next, for our third course, we have Shit and Dick, which I suggest, and this is my personal favorite, it's made fresh today, a Chardonnay and a nice piece of fish, a Dover's sole, a halibut, a nice white fish.
Oh, how's that fish prepared?
It's broiled until it's burned. And then we don't melt butter on it. We just put a stick of butter on it and let the butter melt as much as it will. And then you can choose to eat the unmelted part if you want. And we also sprinkle some chives on that.
Do I get free bread?
This is Soup Plantation. Everybody gets free bread. You can just go up and fucking get some. For our fourth course, we just have one option this evening, which is cock for our fourth course. And might I suggest, as you enjoy your cock, a nice glass of a Syrah, a Malbec, a Cab Sauv, and a red meat. We can do a New York strip. We can do a filet. We can do prime rib, actually, if you want. It's a little fattier cuck, but fattier cuck? Wow. A fattier cut. But I think once you see this cock, you'll appreciate why we're doing that. On our fifth course, God, I'm a waiter, not reading a tier list. We, of course, have a word that I'm not comfortable saying, but perhaps you can guess what it is. It begins with P. Can I hear you say it, please?
Please? Is that the word?
It is not the word. You're going to have to guess again.
Pomeranian.
That's correct. We're offering Pomeranians. We've killed a bunch of dogs. Just finish us off here. What's this word?
The Pomeranian course? The pomegranate?
Course. Yes.
Fine.
Everyone knows what it is. I'm not saying it. And with that, may I suggest a sweet, sweet champagne and some fresh fruit. Second to last, we have our fuck.
Chaz, are you
course.
Okay? You seem.
It's been a long day. Soup Plantation is on the verge of going out of business, and I don't have a backup career. I've been working here for 43 years. And I have almost $300 in my 401k.
Good for you.
And may I suggest with fuck, a nice rosé. We can do that still, regular or sparkling, and just a whole heap of raw vegetables. We can do some zucchinis. We can do some carrots.
Are
we can
those
do some
seasonal?
Cucumbers. No, nothing in Soup Plantation is seasonal. They just get them. We get them from wherever we get them.
I saw on the board that there's a 7th tier.
There is a 7th tier.
Seventh course.
7th course. This is the equivalent of our secret menu, the 7th course. Like In-N-Out secret menu, we do have a secret 7th course, which we only provide for our top tier, pun intended, customers. Now, I'm absolutely not saying this word because I don't want to be fired from Soup Plantation, but from this top tier, the C tier, let's call it, we can offer you some Everclear, some grain alcohol, 200 proof, and nothing.
And what's that served in?
Which? The nothing or the alcohol?
The alcohol.
The alcohol is served in a 1-gallon green plastic bucket.
Well, Chaz, that sounds really wonderful.
Yes. Can I bring you any or all of these today?
The cock sounds lovely. I'll have
Great.
that.
One cock coming up.
And scene.
And
Beautiful,
scene.
Brian.
That was great.
Beautiful, Chaz.
Well, that was something.
That was like a really good solo moment for us this year. I love when we have guests.
It was fun.
But I like our just you and me ones the best.
You know what? I do agree. I love talking to guests, but there's a level of, we just know each other well and we can really let our hair down, so to speak.
Yeah, and I think the best episodes when we have a guest is when it's a friend who we are on the same wavelength with. And I think I really like it when we have somebody like in Paul Gannon's first appearance where you and I really get into it over what's poppin'.
Yes.
It's like when we have somebody that we can kind of push the line of us doing our more, I don't even know what you would call it, our more contentious bits.
I totally agree with that. I want to let people know, I don't think we've talked about this on the show. We had a first this year, which was we always tell guests when they come on the show, and this is never recorded.
God.
If you say something you want cut out, we will cut it out, because sometimes people leak a project or something and they're like, oh shit, I can't talk about that yet.
Or they record something and afterwards they're, like in the shower the next day and they're like, should I have said that? Should we cut that out? Is that? And then you torture yourself with it until the episode comes out. And then those episodes are on the internet. And years later, you'll lie in bed at night and be like, should I have made that joke? Fuck.
And I never want someone to like come on the show and be like, I fucked up.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Yeah. So we always tell people you can cut out anything you want. Just let us know. In a first this year, we had a guest ask to cut something I said out of the show. And what can I say?
You can't say
it. I can't
what the
say
bit
it.
is. I don't want to identify the guest.
But can we agree it was totally fine?
I don't want to draw the line in the sand on this issue and say that it was totally. It's about the guest's comfort, Brian. That's why we offer it.
No, that's true.
And you can't do a little take backsies because you did a bad bit.
No.
Somebody
I think we can agree. I think we can agree on the following things. One, it was really funny, like really funny.
No, it
and
wasn't.
Two, it was nothing remotely offensive or upsetting. Right? At least you'll give me that.
I think that your barometer for what is
perfect.
acceptable.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. I have a finely calibrated barometer. No, come on.
Not
give me
germane.
this.
It was not germane to the conversation.
It was fine.
It was a throwaway. It was easily removable.
No, I don't disagree. That's true.
It disrupted the tenor of the episode.
Yeah, but everything I say interrupts the tenor of the episode. Like, whatever.
Oh, see, this is the kind of thing that we're arguing about it, and I'm disagreeing with you just because that's my role on this show. I wish that we could say that's my favorite podcasting thing of just being vague or deliberately withholding misinformation. I don't get many power trips in my life, but that, I'll take that one.
If we may, though, if I may, in all honesty, was that bit that we got asked to cut out, was that something that you think should have been cut out? Not because it wasn't funny, which we can litigate all day if we want.
Right. And I can, and I will.
Yeah, that's fine. That's, by the way, an upcoming episode. Can we at least agree nobody would have been offended by that?
Well, clearly somebody was.
Nobody listening to the show would have been offended by that.
But the person on the call was.
But nobody who listens
enough
to the podcast
to send an email
would have been. An email with a polite request that we immediately acceded to.
I think it was fine.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
Well, you had to work for it.
I had to work. Yeah, that's true. I had to work.
You had to earn it, much like that joke was completely unearned.
Yeah. Look.
And
okay.
Lazy. Wordplay.
I'll take it. I'll own it. Yes. And I like that no one knows what we're talking about. They just got to hear the argument about it. But that's fine.
This fucking totally innocuous joke.
It was a completely right. It was a completely innocuous joke that a guest asked us to cut, and I'm not going to say who, and I'm not going to say what.
Yeah,
but it was Jory.
And it was about his beliefs about January 6th. I mean, totally innocuous.
He was there. Yeah.
See, when we recorded part 1 of this, it was you editing the episode, and now I feel worse doing the kind of bits that we were doing on the one that you were actively cursing yourself by saying stuff that you needed to cut out.
I'm not saying anything we need to cut out. I think we're fine. But I do want to...
I'm also not saying that we're saying anything that needs to be cut. I'm just, I'm... What the fuck was that sound?
That was me going...
You've adopted like that sound from your soundboard. But what is with you? Like not half an hour. Well, I guess it was more than that. It was like 50 minutes ago. You just like
what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm listening. Please, continue.
Have we introduced a single fucking clip in this episode?
Oh, we haven't even introduced the show, actually. We threw to a clip already.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. When you said that you came. When you said that you came.
Which time? I mean, it's almost 6 o'clock. Like, I have a schedule.
Right. I was watching the clips from the Brian.
Moving around in this spreadsheet.
Yeah, I know. I was watching the clips from the Brian Lefebvre episode of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
The face of a guy who totally got off.
I was watching the other day. I forget which episode it is. It's like season, I think, 3 or so. They're walking around outside, and Danny DeVito is like drinking a beer, and he like kind of spits it up where he goes, do you know what I'm talking about?
Perfect. Yeah, it is. And Mac is like dismayed by it.
It's the funny. That's right. It's Frank and Mac. And Max is saying like, Frank, you got to get your stuff together. And he's drinking like a tall boy of beer or whatever. And he like kind of sips it and then chokes out at the same time. He goes, and then spits it all over himself. It's the funniest thing. It is
have you seen the bloopers of that
comedy.
Scene?
I have. And they're incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I'm fucked up by how good that impression of Danny DeVito doing that was.
Well, thank you. No, there are a lot of fluids that I'm used to spitting up, and I like to think that I've trained.
You're like a colicky baby.
This. I am. I want to talk about Jory some more. We had,
we
Jory
need
is
to
a
talk
staple.
About Jory by Lionel Shriver.
That's right. Yes. What was I going with? The Jory Portrait of a Serial Killer. What
the hell?
What? It's my favorite movie.
You would not like that movie, Brian.
I steadfastly refuse to see it because of everything I've heard about it.
Well, also it sucks. It's a bad movie. The only good thing about it is in Serial Mom when Matthew Lillard turns to his dad and says, "Hey, Dad, have you seen Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer?" That's the only good thing that's ever happened because of that movie.
Anyway, we had Jory on the show a bunch this year because we have Jory on the show a bunch every year. And we're just going to play a bunch of Jory clips because Jory's the best. And
yeah, we have like multiple cells on to the point that I had to color code ones that are from Jory.
Play them all. These are from episode, in order, episode 149, We See Saw.
Where we watched Saw.
We watched Saw, yeah. Episode 166, A Thin Hackneyed Premise. And episode 191, Jory Ween. Pretty recent. It's funny how some of the months of 2023 are actually pretty recent. Including the current one.
Dude, that's just your recency bias. Shut up.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? Whatever happened to me just now is the best thing that's ever happened. I can't help it. I was trying to make like a Regency bias joke and say something like, I can't help it if I like early 19th century British dramas because I have a Regency bias. Right?
You have a frequency bias.
Isn't that when the Regency? Hold on. When was the Regency era? Isn't that Jane Austen? Hold on. Regency
Roll
era.
the clip.
Right? Am I wrong? Yeah. 1811 to 1820. Fuck yeah. There we go.
Play the fucking clip.
Play the clips, plural.
I'm trying to be just as businesslike as possible from here on out. No gags, no goofs.
Yeah, nobody have fun. This is my recurring bit with Audrey, where I'm like, okay, look, no fun. You're not allowed to have fun. How do I feel about fun? And she'll go, you hate it.
And how aware is Audrey that this is a bit, a recurring bit, as you called it?
She is totally aware. Now, you may or may not be aware. I've talked about this on the show, albeit years ago. We have a recurring game that we play where we play Nemesis, and she is a person whose only goal is to have fun. The name of this hero, if you will, is Fun Girl. And I am her arch enemy, and she named me Dr. Bummer. I'll chase around and I'll be like, are you having fun? Yes, I'm having the most fun ever. Okay, here, I'm going to put you in the zone where you can't have any fun. It's so fun being in the not fun zone. And then it goes on like that forever. It's very cute. It's very cute.
Wow. I'm wondering when she'll get to the age where if this bit is still going, she knows that the right thing is to do like a DreamWorks-esque coy smile. And say like, no, I'm not having
You know what?
fun.
She's kind of there already, honestly. She literally just started that sort of thing within the last few months. It's all very cute. This morning in the car, I was driving her somewhere, and I was like, we always listen to music in the car. And I said, Audrey, what do you want to listen to? And she's thinking, and I said, I know what we can listen to. Why don't we listen to me recite all the reasons I'm the best father ever? And she interrupts me and very vehemently goes, no! Okay. What can I say? When you've got it, you've got it. My point, Jory, is I'm already embarrassing.
Well, we knew that.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I am, as the kids say, goblin mode cringe yeet.
You're pretty chuggy.
I'm definitely chuggy.
Jory, there is a text that you sent in our group chat the other day that really got me.
Oh, right.
Oh, let's read it. I'd like to hear it.
It was sent and directed at you.
At me?
Yeah. We can reenact this
Yeah,
on
okay.
Tuesday.
Where do we start?
I text, do you fellers feel like / have time to actually do a Saw watch along soon or another Sopranos?
Hold on, I'm finding it.
Jesus Christ, old man.
Yeah, see, he's finding it too. When is this from?
Just earlier this week. You say, yes, I will do all caps anything to spend time with Jory.
Shut up.
And then Jory says,
I can't find this. I don't know
God
what's
damn
going
it,
on with this.
the text is that Jory says men would literally spend time with Jory instead of going to therapy, and that made me cackle.
Oh, now I found it.
Of course you did.
And can I tell you what the holdup was?
What?
I thought you said fellas, but the text says fellers.
Yeah, did I not emphasize that?
No, I'm reasonably certain you did say fellers, Leighton.
Thanks, Jory.
Okay, let's reenact it now that everyone knows what it is. All right, go, Leighton.
Do you fellers feel
No,
like...
come on. No. Bring it. Unacceptable. Start over.
Do you fellers feel like / have time to actually...
You somehow brought the energy down?
Yes, that's her specialty.
Sopranos.
I need this clean. We can't interrupt. Do it again.
Do you fellers feel like / have time to actually doing a Saw watch along soon or another Sopranos?
Yes, I will do anything to spend time with Jory.
Men would literally spend time with Jory instead of going to therapy.
Great. And there
Incredible,
it is.
we did it. Have you seen The Fly, Brian?
I like The Fly. Yes.
Okay, all right.
You like The Fly? He's a monster.
Look, he had some...
The way he treats women in that movie.
Brian.
I think he had some good points, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's perfect, Jory. I'm just saying he had some good points, which were well expressed. Look, whether you agree with his position or not, you have to agree. That guy is fucking cool, and he has that it factor that so many of us desperately crave.
It's all clicking into place now. Brian's always talking about, you gotta look beyond the veil of flesh, Jory.
That's right. Get in this teleporter with me, Jory. Yeah.
We've been down this road so many times, and every time I go, all right, wait a minute.
Next time, soon. So it's going to happen.
I've been too polite about it. I just realized.
Slightly off camera in that studio is a
Yeah,
pod.
it's just a giant pod. Yeah.
Troy, will you come into my garage real quick?
Just real quick. Jory, just go first. Go first
I
and
have
close your
wine
eyes.
of a fine vintage in here.
Yes, that's right.
For the love of God, Brian.
See, this is the kind of erudite reference that only people with a 7th grade education would understand. All right, let's move on. Have I ever told you I wrote a joke many years ago, probably 20 years ago, that may be the funniest thing I've ever written?
Well, you telling us 20 years later is how we know it's good.
Yeah, so I may have told you this before. So this is a joke I wrote. Man goes to the doctor. Guy goes, Doc, you got to help me. I don't know what's going on. I keep flip-flopping. It's crazy. One day I'm a teepee. The next day I'm a wigwam. One day I'm a teepee. The next day I'm a wigwam. Teepee, wigwam, teepee, wigwam, teepee, wigwam. What's going on? And the doctor says, Mr. Johnson, I've told you, you have stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Can we
I need the joke censored and that heavy pause.
We're going to start with that.
Can we talk? Jory, I wish I could give you a physical high five for how hard we both let that
was really
land.
great. That was really great.
Brian, I really like that joke. It actually
Thank you very much.
Earlier I drew a very funny picture on my phone of Leighton's cat. Leighton's cat, maybe.
Wow. Fucking brutal.
Wearing a dunce cap.
Oh, I loved it. No, I saw that. I like that picture.
It did bring to mind my favorite Neil Hamburger joke.
Yeah.
Which is, why was iconic Doors singer Jim Morrison buried in a coffin that was 10 feet long?
Why?
To accommodate his dunce cap.
I don't know if this is my place to say this. Did I ever tell you about the Neil Hamburger joke that my friend and yours, JP, wrote for him? It was told once and then never again.
Oh, go on.
I feel like I shouldn't blow up his spot, but I really like this joke. Okay, do you guys know who Dave Mustaine is?
Almost entirely through jokes that you've made, Brian.
I used to watch so much Best Week Ever that I'm certain I do, but I can't connect the name to the band.
It's Metallica and then Megadeth.
Close. Yeah, Megadeth is the big one.
Piss.
Okay.
So here's the joke. Why did Dave Mustaine shove 3 frozen egg rolls up his butt?
Why?
Why?
He was trying to beat his personal best of 2.
You never break on a punchline like that. I think
That brought me
that's
so
a
much joy
testament.
to hear. That was really
Yeah.
fun.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I love that.
I think it's
I have to
so
ask you
funny.
guys. I have to ask you something.
It's a JP Hassan original.
Am I peeking? Are my peas popping?
You're actually fine, unless you get loud sometimes. Then you're not.
Hold on, will you give us a little bit of your typing?
Unbelievable.
What kind of WPM do you got on that, Jory?
Oh,
Just
there was a
great.
typo in there.
Shit.
Other jokes like that? It's not a Neil Hamburger one, but it's one I like. Have I ever, or Rachel, has she ever told you the whale joke?
No.
What's the whale joke?
Here's a whale joke. I like this joke. 2 whales are swimming in the ocean. One goes up to the other and says, First Will says, "Go home, Frank. You're drunk."
That's a very good bit.
I like that.
The commitment made me so happy.
I'm really fond of that one. And that was one that I was really fond of when I was a kid. And the moment you started doing it, a cold pang of fear washed through me because of all the people on this planet. I know you were the one who is most likely to draw out the whale sounds bit for at least 10 minutes. And I became very, very frightened.
I was debating going longer, yeah.
You could have, and it would have recursively become funny again via the
Oh, I know how comedy works.
Sideshow Bob's razor.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good principle.
I like that. I like to call that the Jay Johnston special. It's almost as funny as January 6th.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who weren't privy to our previous conversation, Jory has not shut up about January 6th for the last 3 hours.
I am obsessed with January 6th.
Obsessed with it.
Pro or con, we won't say.
What's your favorite thing about January 6th?
I'm having a hard time formulating an answer because there's so many options.
Well, it just has big Capricorn energy, I think.
I mean, I don't need to check an astrology chart to tell you that there were a lot of planets in retrograde that day.
Mm-hmm. That's very true, Jory.
I was going to say the turd in Nancy Pelosi's drawer. Not that I agree with it from a political standpoint. I'm actually staunchly opposed to it.
You mean her Harvard diploma? It was a Harvard dig. Did she go to Harvard? I don't know.
I can't relate to any of this.
I'm going to check where she went to college.
It's a terrible thread. I only just now noticed that Jory's typing was a message into
Trinity
the Zencaster chat.
That's right.
And I think you did a very good job, and your typo simply added to the character of the message.
Oh, I didn't realize. I just saw that too.
Thanks.
So today, it is Leighton, as you like to say, spoopy season.
Shut
what? Please be specific.
Continue.
On EP.
Yeah. Jory, can you give us a real sassy shut the front door like in a movie?
I think that made me realize how totally out of gas I am because I almost just said a flat no.
Jory Griffis bit guillotine.
That's what the O in his name is for.
Yeah.
It's for you to put the head of the bit in there and chop it
there
up.
is an O in my name.
Yeah.
Wow. Weren't those great clips?
Oh, they really were.
I love
like
Jory.
that a lot.
He's the best. I think whenever I eventually kill, whenever you eventually decide to leave the show of your own volition, I think I'm going to replace you with Jory.
All I have to say, I can say in 3 words, I can guarantee you'll never kill me with 3 words. But you have to ask me to say them.
And if I say no,
I'll say them anyway, but I want you to ask me.
Wouldn't the best way for me to get you to not, for me to not kill you is just you withhold those 3 words indefinitely?
Well, that's true. What I like about that is you're totally right. And it also makes the worst version of this podcast.
Or I'm only keeping you alive so I can eventually find out what the 3 words were.
Yep.
All right. What are the 3 words?
Murder me, daddy.
Delivered exactly like you were a kid in a play who needs to get off stage immediately.
If you came to kill me and I looked you in the eyes and I said, murder me, daddy, you have to admit, you wouldn't want to do it anymore.
I'm torn between that and that would probably make me want to do it more. Not saying that I have any sort of homicidal intent towards Brian. I want to be very clear for legal purposes that I have not ever, will never, and do not currently want to kill one Brian Wecht or any other person or animal.
Yeah.
for that. Just my lawyer texted and said that I can't say that kind of stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So just, to be legally in the clear.
Sick. Well, let's go to another clip.
Okay.
Now, look, there's a segment on this show that we've been doing for a while. It's our pop culture recommendation segment. This is where you get to talk about some pop culture you've been enjoying recently. Could be a book, a movie, a video game, anything like that. And the name of the segment is, and has always been, Let's Pop About It. And I think the introduction to the segment really stands out as one of the highlights of the show every week. And we have some clips from the various introductions to that segment. Layden, any comments?
I think in the spirit of the holidays.
Which ones?
All.
Wow, a stunning reversal. Okay, great.
In the spirit of the holidays, all of them. Mm-hmm. I'll let you have it.
Is that what you say right before you murder me?
No, I would say something way cooler.
What would you say? Come on, do it. What's the thing you say? What's your catchphrase right before you kill me? I think I know.
I think you know. You know what I'm thinking. What do you think I would say?
I think you're gonna say, "What's poppin'?" And then you pop my eyeballs.
Oh, the way that I'm imagining that, same word, spot on. But with the bone shears from Exorcist that the nurse has in Exorcist 3.
Oh, yep.
And I decapitate you, yeah.
Well, the bad version of it, which I was originally going to say, is what's dying. Right. Yeah.
Actually, you know what the way worse version of that would be?
Oh, what's stopping your heart?
Okay, Freddy Krueger. The worst version would be something really dumb, like let's pop about it.
That's the bit. Do you mean the bit we've always done?
Yeah, and it would have some nice symmetry with the 200 episodes that in which the segment is called "Let's Pop About It."
Yeah.
And now in the clips that you're about to play from "Let's Pop About It," you're not challenged at all on the nature of the bit.
I couldn't tell you. I
introduction?
mean, the nature of the segment is to be whatever the segment is. So as far as I'm concerned, if there were to be challenges to the segment, it would just be the segment itself. So therefore, that doesn't exist.
Merry Christmas, Brian.
Happy holidays, everybody. All right. So we got some clips. Here are the clips. First, episode 173, Operating at Full Cream with the amazing Tom Cardy. And episode 185 with Tom Lum, Starfield Hates Mondays, one of my all-time favorite titles. And we already did that Jory one. Should we play it again just to piss people off? I kind of want to.
We can do a different Jory bit.
Yeah, okay, great. We'll pull a different Jory bit from 166. All right, everybody, let's pop about it. Are we going to do segments? Why don't we do a poppin'?
Okay.
And then see where we're at.
And then are you thinking like a one peach each?
Yes. And now I've told Tom nothing about these.
Oh, great. Yeah, you're going in blind, which makes this even better.
I think it'll be great. We're gonna do a couple segments.
Okay.
And we'll tell you what they are, and we'll go first, and then you can see what we're doing.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So our first segment on this show, Tom, is our pop culture recommendations segment, where you get to talk about something you've been enjoying recently. It could be a book, a movie, a video game.
It's Encino Man. Don't edit the Encino Man chat earlier.
Hold on. Just wait. Okay. The segment is called What's Poppin', and it has a theme song which we add in post.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to play it for you now, but I will ask you my favorite question, which is, if you were to have heard the theme song, what would you have thought of it?
Okay. Don't close the door. It better not be locking, because you know I'm coming in and my shit's popping.
Oh, wow. Great. Okay. That's amazing.
Wow.
See?
What's Poppin' theme found dead in a fucking ditch.
Yeah,
Tom nailed it. In 170, whatever episode this is.
103.
I mean, I appreciate that,
crushed
but
it.
also I teach musical improv, and my mind went lockin' poppin'.
I thought that was great. And not the question I was asking, but so much better than the answer I was hoping to get.
Oh, you haven't asked every single person to sing an alternate.
That's the thesis statement of the show.
Yes, that's right.
I wasn't asking, but thanks for saying that.
Layden, what's pop?
Great. Did we all pop?
We all pop.
Okay, we all pop.
Segment 2.
Segment 2. And are we doing one peach?
Yeah,
each?
let's do one peach.
If you want as well, this is the place where you guys send me the audio of me singing that other thing before, and I'm going to edit it into a song, and I'm going to make a song around it.
I would
really?
fucking love that
So send that, and then we're
much
gonna
because
play
I
that
hate
here.
his version.
That's, yeah.
You don't have to play it. I just want to play it now. Don't close the door. You better not be locking, because you know I'm coming in, and my shit's pop, pop, popping. Pop, pop, popping. Pop, pop, popping. Because you know I'm coming in, and my shit's pop, pop, popping. Pop, pop, popping. How good was that, guys?
I love it.
And what did you think of the What's Poppin' theme, Brian?
I like the old one better.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, speaking of Brian Wecht's style of comedy,
Yeah.
it's time for segments.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess it is time for segments, isn't it now? And we have 2 segments on this show. The first segment is our pop culture recommendation segment. This is the point in the show in which we and our esteemed guest get to talk about some culture, either high culture or low culture. It doesn't have to be pop culture. We've been enjoying recently. Could be a book, a movie, a video game, a comic strip, a graphic novel, a symphony, whatever it is. You get to talk
What does
about.
the theme song sound like, Brian?
Well, Tom, I'm getting to that. And I'll be there. I'll be there in a moment.
God bless you for listening to episodes of the show, Tom.
Yes, indeed.
You came prepared.
So, what do I want to say about the theme song? You really opened up something that's near and dear to my heart, Tom, with the discussion of the theme song. I normally don't like to talk about the theme song of this show, of this segment, I should say, or the theme song of the show. We could talk about the theme song of the show, which is something that, you know, we don't really get into much. Occasionally, very occasionally, once every 50 or so episodes, I will make reference to I shouldn't say the segment name yet, to the theme song for this upcoming segment. But one thing that I actually would love feedback on from listeners, Tom, from you, less so from you, Leighton, but sure, if you must, is the theme song for this show. Should we change it? Do people like it? Et cetera, et cetera. But the segment that we're coming up against right now, which most people call, well, I'll say the name in just a second.
I'm
Which
so
most
sorry
people
if I
call-
did this. I'm so sorry if I'm responsible for this build-up.
There's nothing anyone can do.
You know, Tom, that actually brings up an interesting point. Responsibility is actually something I've been thinking a lot about.
All right, go listen to my podcast. It's called Let's Learn Everything. Just before people tune out.
No, nobody's ever tuned out from this show, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, not even the time that you did this for 15 minutes? You inserted yourself extending this?
Oh, that's right. I did do that, didn't I? There was one time when I without telling Leighton, I
Oh my
contacted
fucking God.
Jarek, our producer, and I said, I
Oh my
recorded
fucking
an
God.
extra bit. Please put it in and make sure to do it after Leighton approves the episode.
Yeah, that was a nasty surprise.
It's called
Oh,
co-hosting.
God.
I don't know, maybe like get used to it or something, Leighton.
Adversarial co-hosting.
Like, yeah, that's exactly what we are.
Oh my God.
Anyway, the segment that we are doing, and I will say the name now, is called What's Poppin'. And as is well known, I unfortunately do not have the ability to play the theme song right now on the show. I wish I did, but unfortunately, technology has not advanced to that point quite yet. We hope to be there someday, but that day is not today. The theme song, which we insert in post, goes here.
What's poppin'?
What's Poppin'? Great. That is the theme song for What's Poppin'. Now, Tom, you have heard past episodes.
I have.
So you can actually, I don't know if you remember it, you could react and tell me your opinion of the theme song too.
Yeah,
What's
my
Poppin'?
opinion is this is one of the most wild recurring bits in any podcast. It's so strange and meta, and I feel like there must have been some origin. I probably haven't reached it, but it's just has become such a funny like meta. And also, like, what do you want me to? What is the question? What is the answer to say? What should I say? It's good. I like it. What a wild thing to ask someone is like, hey, by the way, so for it to be a recurring thing, it's like, and now, as always, we ask our guests, what did you think about that song you either vaguely remember or haven't heard before? It's good.
Great. Perfect. I will just, I do want to correct a misconception here, is that if you think this is about the other person's reaction to the What's Poppin' theme song, you are wrong. This is the segment of the show where I get to, for once in the show, normally the show, I don't say that much. It's mostly Leighton just yammering on about whatever. I actually get to have a moment to myself, to take a moment to breathe. The show is, we're all about, our breakneck pace. We never really let up. We never take our foot off the gas. It's high octane podcasting. We're at premium. We're 91 on podcast octane, 93 maybe even. And I like to think of this as the point of the show where we get to take a moment to reflect, to think about ourselves as people and as podcasters.
So come to a grinding halt. Is that what you're saying? That's a rephrase.
It's a nice, it's like an intermission where it gives the audience of the play a chance to be like, this shit sucks. And then you can gracefully
it is also
exit.
sort of like if one of the main characters leaned out to the audience and was like, by the way, what'd you think of that song? That last one was good? Good? Do you remember it? It was good. Cool.
Yep. It was only recently with Chris, who we mentioned earlier, where he framed this as me being desperate for validation, which I thought was a really cool way and legitimately something that had never occurred to me.
Which is shocking. Reveals so much about the inner workings of your psyche, Brian Wecht.
To be like, this is entirely a bit. It can't be misinterpreted.
No, but I do want to push back. I've never done a bit on this show. There are no bits on this show.
Of course.
This show does not have bits. We have segments and experiences, and this has been both. So
experiences.
Yes.
The experience of closing your preferred podcast listening app in favor of literally anything else.
Our first segment this week, as it is every week. Now, this is my favorite time in the show. Now, Jory, you have been on the show more than anybody.
Is that actually true?
It is. I think the only person who might beat you is Jarek, but I think it might be you, Jory.
I think, is this number 3 on the main feed?
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4 because we've publicly posted some of our Gabagool School episodes, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And the Saw episode was on the main feed, I think.
God, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? So this might even be 5.
I have Max queued up with Saw 2. I mean, I know we're talking a lot about trying to keep this short, but...
Yeah, let's just watch Saw 2 right now. The first segment this is our pop culture recommendation segment. And as always, I like to keep this introduction short. The segment is called What's Poppin', and the theme song goes here.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? Great.
Brian, are you okay?
Why?
What is this, Brian?
What's going on?
We have one segment on this show, and it's Peaches and Lemons.
Mm-hmm.
Are you... Jory, back me up on this, right?
I just get
only
worried
ever had
when I
the
hear
one.
this kind of arch tone, and I don't even understand where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this just like a high concept bit?
I'm so tempted. If it wouldn't kill the recording, I would absolutely close this tab right now.
That's not funny. We've been doing this for 166 episodes. There's only ever been one segment.
Okay. And you've always been the host.
Brian, let there be a beat of silence there in the recording, like he's going to insert music later.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Brian, did you hear the music in your head when you said that?
That's what I was wondering.
You guys can't hear that.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
Brian?
I don't want to humor this. I feel like it's counterproductive to your mental health. Why are you just sitting there?
What's poppin'? First of all, I reject the notion that I have mental health.
I think that's a pretty concerning thing to say while we're inquiring about your general well-being, because you're claiming that there have always been 2 segments on this show when there's clearly only ever been 1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Leighton?
Jory?
Can we talk about how you're trying to gaslight your friend Brian?
You motherfucker!
What is this?
Thank you.
I'm so confused.
This is the kind of betrayal that I was hoping to see. Shifting alliances. That's what happens on this show.
Jory, how could you do this?
I can tell. Wait. Okay, so here's the question. I assume you communicated about this during or before the show because it was really great. No.
My last 3 Discord messages are space, Pixar, and ill-conceived bit.
Well, that was really great. And I do want to thank you both for providing some additional segment content.
Jory, that was like a fucking
for our
Pixar
first.
villain turn for you. That was like. Is there anything you can fall off of, like a high position in
Just
the
die.
audience?
Just
can
die
clap
of it.
and
No,
be like,
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna live forever.
Brian.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, why?
What was going through your mind?
When I was doing that fake coughing bit. It was one real cough followed by like, let's do a thing with this.
Yeah, I could tell. There was a moment where I was genuinely concerned, and that was when you came back from it and you were alive. Oh, do you hear the sirens?
Yeah. The bit police.
Oh,
What?
Jory's finally decided to message me back.
Oh, what did he say?
He said that I'm sorry you have to host a podcast with such a horrible asshole. Huh.
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
Jory loves me.
Jory has a contentious relationship with you, Brian.
No, he fucking doesn't.
Hold on, I have to respond to this message.
What are you saying? What are you typing? Tell me what you're typing.
Nothing.
That is honestly one of my favorite comedy tropes is like you're looking someone in the eyes and you're like, are you texting someone? Like while you're texting, you're like, no, I'm not. Not
No.
you specifically, but just when someone does that, I think it's so funny.
Right.
Because obviously, to me, the epitome of comedy is utter gaslighting.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
What was that dumb shit that you were going to talk about before Jory messaged me?
I just want to do a little clip here. Little one. In a recent episode, I had my family on. Layden wasn't feeling well, so my family stepped in.
Yeah, I was shitting.
She was shitting pretty. And thank you. I had my wife and daughter on. And Audrey is 9.5, and she is a relentless bit machine now. And it is so great. She just never stops. And she has combined that with being 9.5 and also wanting to constantly undercut whatever her parents say. So we had her on, and comedically, she threw me under the bus about as hard as anyone ever has. And it made it so much funnier. So this is from episode 196, Besties for the Resties with Rachel and Audrey. Now, you Googled me the other day, right, Audrey?
It was to learn how to spell it.
So what did you
Moving on. Let's talk about mommy.
What did you, I'm genuinely curious. We talked a little bit about it. So, part of it we can joke around, but also I want to really talk to you, the real Audrey. First of all, what did you Google when you Googled me?
Ninja Brian.
You Googled Ninja Brian
And it showed a picture of Daddy in a formal uniform for some reason.
And what do you mean, in a tuxedo?
No, it wasn't in a tuxedo. It wasn't like one of your home shirts, like the robot shirt. It was more like one of your more out shirts, like when you go out.
Uh-huh.
It was one of
A fancy shirt.
Yes.
I see.
More.
Was he wearing a suit?
Or was he in
It was not a suit.
Was he in his ninja costume?
It was not a ninja costume. It said Brian Wecht, and then it just showed a picture of Daddy's like torso.
Oh, I see.
And like wearing a nice shirt.
Was it a blue shirt?
I think so.
Okay, I think I know the one you're talking about.
You just search it up on Google.
And why?
And then I clicked.
Oh, it's one of your headshots, probably.
Yeah. Well, why? And why did you Google me? Because you said it before, but say it
Because I
again.
wanted to learn how to. I needed to know how to spell his name. I mean, Ninja Brian. I needed to know how to spell that.
Yeah, because you were doing what?
I was making a drawing.
Yeah. Of. Do you remember what it was?
A nerdy ostrich, because Dad asked me to.
A nerdy ostrich. So Audrey said, "I want to draw, but I don't know what to draw," and so.
I barely ever know what to draw.
I decided, and I'd actually never done this before, but I was proud of myself for this. I said, we're going to each pick a letter, and then I'll come up with something that fits those letters. I picked an N, and Rachel, you picked, I believe, an O. And then I said...
You came up with a naked otter.
Naked otter, and then I thought better of that. And
no,
then we
I thought better of that. You said yes, and then I was like, different one. And you were like, nude otter, and I'm like, no, different animal. And you're like, nah.
And then I said nerdy ostrich.
Yes.
And you drew a lovely nerdy ostrich with a shirt that said what?
I heart Ninja Brian.
I heart Ninja Brian.
False.
False? What?
Oh.
You do heart Ninja
Daddy,
Brian.
not Ninja Brian.
You don't heart Ninja Brian? Ninja Brian hearts you.
Ninja Brian tried to kill me.
Okay, we can't talk about this right now. I do.
He tried to choke me.
Okay, I do want to be clear.
Remember when we
Okay,
went to the place and he...
you mean the emergency
and we
room?
took the picture? We took the picture?
You mean on the set?
And then I choked him?
Watch your elbows, honey.
Yeah,
on the
please
set
don't
of
put your
Dad's
elbows on the
video?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
He
that's right.
choked
Now,
me.
can you tell everybody, for real, not doing a bit, did I choke you?
Why are you nodding?
Oh, man.
I was trying to set you up for a bit, and you did a funnier one.
She's never going to do what you want.
I know.
Good God.
It's better than following the father who's winking and nodding.
I was trying to set you up for a funny joke, and you actually found a funnier joke.
I like that you had a bad let's pop about it failure.
Oh. Yes, I did.
Hold on, Jory's calling me. What is this?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey, Jory, what's going on?
Hey, Leighton. Not much with me. Hold on a second. I'm getting another call.
Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Jory, listen, can we talk for a sec?
I actually have a call on the other line.
Can you hang up on that other call?
No, don't
Yeah,
hang
hold
up
on
on
a
the
second.
other call,
Sorry.
you piece of shit. I mean, my
Sorry.
bestest friend who's super cool.
Oh, wait, did you conference us in?
What? No, I pressed the end call button.
This is the epitome of bad podcasting right here.
This is very bad.
Hold on, I thought it was kind of interesting and high concept.
I am hearing Jory in like...
I just got home. I just rode my bike home. I get inside. I crack open a tangerine LaCroix. Try to unwind. I make this phone call, and now I get told that it's bad podcasting. I don't even know how to drive here.
I think it's great, Jory. I love the high concept bit. I just pity Jarek, who has to edit this into something listenable. Because now he has my feed, which includes you and Lee. Because you're definitely on speakerphone.
Fucking nightmare.
I turned him off speaker on my end. I don't think that makes it better.
I don't know what makes this better, except I genuinely like talking to you, Jory.
I genuinely like talking to you too, Jory. We just did a whole bit about how much we love you.
Honestly, Leighton, your voice is amazingly in sync on what I'm hearing through my headphones and what is coming through the phone. I think it's pretty great.
That's
One could argue me doing this merge call is actually going to make Jarek's job easier and not harder.
I mean, you can tell that to yourself, Jory, if you really want to go there.
I am. What can I do?
And you called us.
Jory, do you have anything to say about the episodes that you've been on this year of Late Night?
It's always a genuine joy. I think about the episode where we watched the terrible movie, The Amityville Horror, as if it was a a legitimately joyful time in my life. I was very happy to have it.
Wow. I'm so glad. We gotta do more Sopranos episodes.
I would love that.
Also, Brian just revealed to me he's never seen Child's Play.
The spade boy time with me, Tony, and my piece of shit son, Anthony Jr.
How is Jarek going to edit this? I genuinely don't know.
We have to stop this.
No one's going to hear this. This isn't going to end up in it.
It's our best of, Jory. These are our most popular episodes.
Leighton laughing just now sounded exactly like the dog from Wacky Races.
Wait. Muttley.
Muttley, that's it.
Wait, I don't have this reference point.
I know, I was going to say that could be received as an insult.
I believe, Leighton, this is what's referred to as Gen X bullshit.
Yeah.
Courtesy of me, who is Gen X.
Yeah, that's right. You're the ultimate Gen Xer, borderline boomer, Jory.
Mm-hmm.
Leighton, Muttley laughs like this.
Okay.
He's Dirk Dastardly's dog, I believe.
Oh.
Thank you.
Great. Well, thanks both of you for comparing me to a dog. Love it, Jory. Thanks so much for calling.
A cartoon dog.
Okay, I feel better now. We're going to make this easier on Jarek. God bless you, Jory. You are the best.
Let me know if there's any other podcast recordings I can sabotage. Bye.
Bye, Jory.
Well, that was a nightmare.
I have no idea how that's going to get edited.
I didn't think that he was going to conference fucking you in. That would have been fine.
I didn't either. It was a bold move, but, you know.
Yeah, it was.
Life is choices.
Life is choices. Anyway, so that was Jory. You were just about to explain how badly you fucked up Let's Pop about it when he called, which was not really my plan, but...
That's right. So we can't play this clip because no one looks good in it. But during that Audrey...
You especially.
No, not me especially. They're maybe the most catastrophic bit failure I've ever experienced. And that's saying something.
And Brian sent it to me because I was sick and feeling bad. And now I will lord it over him forever. Like
it's
I said,
so funny.
Because it's so fucking funny. And Brian is so 100,000% in the wrong.
No.
Yes, you are.
No, I really wasn't. I would admit if I was, and I really wasn't.
Oh, come the fuck on. I'm not going to make specific references to that clip.
I firmly believe it. I'm really not kidding that I was not in the wrong on this.
Listening to that clip, it was like, boy, my heart goes out to Rachel and Audrey.
For what?
For you. Sorry, that's the most like Dennis Reynolds you.
Yeah, I think I did great. If other people can't handle me, then I don't know. It's not my problem. We're getting to the end of this. This is our
if you
final
can't listen to this podcast at the final episode of all time, wow. Oh, thank God. Finally.
Yeah, you wish. There's one thing I want to get into here, which is, look, there have been a lot of highs this year. For me, the highest high was the call-in show, where we got to talk to all of our wonderful listeners, or many of our, I should say.
Wait. We gotta like listeners. Totally, this has to be our last one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the last one.
We didn't talk about Trevor Henderson. We didn't do
do you want to do that one?
We didn't do the Chris
Okay,
Grace
let's do it.
one.
Let's do it. All right, you introduce him if you like him so fucking much.
Oh, so you don't like the other guests that we did? You just want to skip right to the end and just, end this early when we have so many other great clips. It's a real disservice to the other guests that we've had on the show. Other wonderful guests. One who you frequently do a disservice to, even when you're not here, is one Mr. Vernon Shaw, who, like Jory, has done so much for this show and for both of us as people and as a friend. And I just want to take a moment to appreciate him and appreciate this very good bit from episode 158, the Hanging Out with Leighton and Vernon Simulator, in which we talk about one Mr. Michael Imperioli. Thank you very much. Roll the clip.
We're not doing segments this time, but
we're not doing segments at all.
Our What's Poppin' was...
What's poppin'?
You're drunk with power.
I am.
You were drunk with power, you sicko.
We can add a limitless number of buttons onto Zencaster, and we only have the one, and there's only what's popping.
Brian's not here, and yet his ghost still haunts us. Like a specter.
What else did you watch in between before and now?
Well, like if there was hypothetically a What's Poppin', I think both of our What's Poppins would be Michael Imperioli on Chopped.
No, sorry. What's Poppin' is our pussies for Michael Imperioli.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I know. I hate like how much like shit I talk about parasocial relationships, and yet still I'm like, Michael Imperioli. I want to be him.
We've had like an erratic recording schedule since I've gotten out of Grippy Sock jail. And the one thing that I desperately wanted to be my pop-in was two things I love: Architectural Digest touring celebrities' homes, and Michael Imperioli. He did one, and it's as incredible as you would want it to be. Just watch it. It's amazing.
Such a good representation of like maximalism done right. Like there's so much stuff in his apartment.
Yeah. He's like digging around for his old books.
It's all done with intention, and like it's a very lived in space, and his wife, who's an interior designer, did all of it, and he just sort of like believed in this creative collaboration, just sort of allowed her to do whatever, and he feels so comfortable in his house. And like, I don't know, he like picks up a book and he's like, I've traveled with this book since I was 18 years old. And like, oh man, like, don't you want to be that?
And the cherry on top is that it's this beautiful, like Art Nouveau, elaborate apartment. And then he just drops that his favorite show is American Dad. And I can't think of anything more iconic than that. And I told Vernon this, but I desperately want to Photoshop Michael Imperioli into the Criterion closet holding a DVD that just has American Dad on it.
But during Architectural Digest, he mentioned that he was on Chopped and that he won Chopped, and neither of us had seen this, so we both sat down and watched it one night, and God, was it perfect?
It was a revelation. Because when I watched the AD video, I thought that he had said, my kids say I should go on Chopped. I didn't realize that he had actually done it and won until you sent the stuff to me. So first of all, regular Chopped is a whole thing, but then they did this big charity like tournament of celebrities where they had brackets where it was like, here's a bunch of athletes and here's comedians and here's actors, and they'll all four duke it out. Then each one who makes it, they go up against each other. So Michael's in a slate with a couple of other actors. There's Michael Imperioli, Lucas Grabeel, as some people of my age might remember from High School Musical, who does not bop, 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 bop to the top in this one. Thank you very much. Then lady from Tyler Perry movies and guy who plays a dad on a bunch of things.
It's remarkable that you remembered any of them, because all I can see is Michael Imperioli just sort of, I don't know, being levels above everyone else.
It feels comical.
It's embarrassing for everyone else.
It's embarrassing for everyone else. Meanwhile, Michael Imperioli shows up to fucking work and
Jesus
looks hot
Christ.
doing it. The level of incompetence isn't like the right word. Lucas Grabeel, I will say, he put up a bit of a fight. He was ambitious.
I would go to Lucas's defense and say that it was his ambition that killed him in the end.
He flew too close to the sun.
And like as a young man, like that's just what young men do sometimes. He didn't have the wisdom that Michael Imperioli had to operate within his within his own like jurisdiction, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it, man. I'm just gonna like spoil all of this Chopped episode because like it's still enjoyable. Lucas tried to make a really like avant-garde pizza, but he didn't put it into the oven soon enough. He tried to cook a fucking pizza with 5 minutes left. You got a plate. You got to plate. You got to have time to plate. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what were you, like, you were saying that would have been fixed if you, like, use a flatbread or something like that.
Well, he made it too big, and so the issue was when he pulled it out, the dough was not done in the middle. So if you have less time, he could have, like, put the crust in advance and had it go a little bit more before he put the toppings on that he was still prepping. He could have, reduced. Anyway, I'm backseat chopping.
My favorite part about this whole thing is that we were talking shit on everyone else's stuff throughout this entire episode.
Show somebody mincing garlic wrong, and I'd be like, that's disgusting.
While I spread peanut butter on my rice cake.
Dude, I was eating an Uncrustable. I have no leg to stand on.
Oh, just like, oh, Jesus Christ. You're making like an oatmeal slurry? Like, oh, gross. As I'm like fucking just putting a layer of crunchy peanut butter on a low-calorie snack
What did Michael make for the appetizer? I don't remember. Oh, it was the bloody popcorn thing. Which,
you're right.
Genius. Meanwhile, other lady burns her popcorn and then uses it as a garnish anyway. Get out of here.
My absolute favorite bit about that was the championship round against Brandy Chastain, soccer player.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm trying to make a blueberry goat cheese. Before he tried to make the bark, he was trying to put it into a whipped cream canister to make a froth out of it, right? And then it didn't work. Yeah. So he just calls an audible and he's like, no, I'm going to use the anti-griddle to create blueberry goat cheese ice cream bark. You could see the gears turning in his head. It was like, oh yeah, I can't make the froth. Like, I have to do something else. I know what I'll do. I'll use an anti-griddle. The man is levels above all of us.
He adapts because you know what happens? The TV dad in that round is like, oh, I'm going to make ice cream too. Because Michael Imperioli initially tries to make ice cream in one of the dessert rounds.
Yeah, here's the important part. Here's what we actually want to talk about.
I've been unable to stop thinking about this. He's going to make a mascarpone strawberry ice cream, and he's getting it together. And the judges are over there talking to the host, whose name I always forget. And they're like, look at Michael Imperioli. He is crushing the mascarpone and the strawberries with his hands. And one of the judges is like, is it okay if I say that that's like really sexy? And it's like, you can tell the whole vibe of the 2 episodes that he's on. You can tell everybody in the room wants to fuck Michael Imperioli.
Legitimately. Like the Jillian lady. Everyone just had a soundbite where they're like, I kind of want to fuck Michael Imperioli.
Like, I have a crush on him. It's hot when he touches the strawberry.
Yeah, every one of them was like, oh, he's using his hands. And it cuts to them and they're like having hot flashes over at the judges table. Like they're sweating.
Okay. So he tries to do the strawberry ice cream thing, and he's like ladling it with his bare hand, like getting strawberry ice cream like all over him, and it doesn't work.
It's a mess.
But he figures it out, and then later, because he's a fucking champion, he tries to make ice cream again because he didn't want to be beaten by the machine. And this absolute scrub of generic TV dad comes in and is like, "Oh, I guess I'll make ice cream." Well, it doesn't work for him either, and so he serves the judges an ice cream soup, which is just melted ice cream. And then like one of the basket items was the star cookie. And what does this asshole do? He just drops it in the ice cream soup. Disgusting.
Whereas Michael Imperioli is giving us literal art. Literal art.
So in the basket, there was a fruit called a Buddha's hand. And then there's a soundbite of him talking about how he's a Buddhist. And he saw that as a good sign. But then he like presents his thing and he's like, I call it the Buddha's hand reaching for the star. It's just...
And it's fucking Slade. It's Slade.
It's Slade.
They go easy on the celebrities for Celebrity Chopped. It always starts off with a compliment and then it goes to just, just wish you had done it this way. And they had to do that for Michael Imperioli. Like, they had to stick to that script. But legitimately, everything that he made was levels above. Like, done with just this clarity and creativity that all of the other celebrity contestants just did not have.
And with time to fucking spare.
Every time he had like 2 minutes.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
We got to talk about entrees because I forget what was in the basket, but he decides to make seafood pasta and then a little salad on the side. Dude's out here making Italian pasta and the portions are huge.
He's like roasting pine nuts and shit.
He's roasting pine nuts for his little enchilada and then he serves it. And it's like, this is the kind of thing I would serve my kids. And it's just like, I'm spontaneously pregnant now.
I remember what the judges, the criticism that they gave was like, oh, the salad's too good.
Yeah,
I like the salad better than the main entree.
Alex Guardacelli was like, This is like salad my father would make. And I was like, yo, he ratatouille'd her.
There's no better compliment of Chop than ratatouilleing one of the judges. And Michael Imperioli hits it on a Celebrity Chef episode.
Whew.
Everyone on that show is just like, I want to fuck Michael Imperioli. Just like, I'll say, squeeze that with your hand again. You put the strawberries in the ice cream. Like, could you give it a little squeezy?
Everybody gets their little like intro, like them sharpening a knife and a little voiceover, and all of them just seem like goobers. And then they come to Michael Imperioli and he's like, I like pressure.
A lot of anti-Italian discrimination in that episode. Just like, I was afraid he was going to whack me. Like, fuck off. No, he's a calm, peaceful Buddhist, okay?
They're all trying to raise money for their charity, and his is he wants to build schools for children in Tibet, and he wins, and that's all he cares about. He's just like, this is going to build 3 schools for like 150 children. Anyway, based on our track record, Michael Imperioli will be canceled within the week, so... Wasn't that a great clip? I love Michael Imperioli.
I like Michael Imperioli too. That's his son. Michael Imperioli too.
Audience, you didn't hear this, but just seconds ago, I told him I want to throttle him to death. So,
for no reason.
Absolved. All sins absolved.
It's crazy how many people are mad at me for no reason.
Okay, great.
I mean, right? I mean, fucking right?
I don't know. I feel like if everyone's mad at you, there is a common denominator there.
Yeah, they're not me. Look, I didn't come here to make friends. Like,
what are you on this season of MILF Island?
Yeah.
Can you believe we got to a point where that is like
island.
just a real show?
Sorry, what?
Can you believe that we got to the point where like that is a real show?
I mean, what more scathing indictment is there of modern television where the joke show from 30 Rock became like a totally real thing?
Yeah. When are we getting Bitch Hunter? That's what this show is.
Do you watch any TV, like reality TV like that? I hear so many people talk about, like people I respect, talk about reality TV.
Oh, and you respect them less because they watch reality TV?
I guess not, but it's like...
I don't like competition ones unless they're like Daisy of Love from like the early, like some weird going to the zoo, like, wow, we were like this in 2004 type shows. Mm-hmm. But in present day, every once in a while, I dip my toes into some My 600 Pound Life and 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, mostly those two. Mm-hmm. They're not very good.
Yeah, I want narrative.
So you want to watch more of the competition type reality shows?
Yeah, I guess that, you're not wrong. It is a narrative. If you think about it, life is the ultimate narrative.
Expand on that.
It's God's narrative. As a strict Calvinist, I believe that our lives are written before we live them.
Yeah, and as a strict Calvinist, you believe Hobbes is real?
Well, I believe that Carr deserved to get peed on.
All right. Well, there are other bits.
What's your Hobbes? Real or not real? There's a right answer to this, but
I can't weigh in on this. I've never really read it outside of seeing that kid pissing everywhere.
Hobbes isn't real. Hobbes, I mean, he's a real stuffed tiger, but he doesn't come to life. That's Calvin's imagination. Anyone who says otherwise is just totally missing the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. Speaking
or
of...
is Calvin and Hobbes' imagination? Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. That's going to be like the best cracked article in like 2012.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I messed up your cookie cutter world, Leighton. Some of us just like to question authority and think about how things really are.
Man, we need to like bottle you and sell you on a shelf at Spencer's Gifts. Never mind. Wait, I did not.
I did try to bottle myself once.
Nothing of yours needs to be bottled or sold.
Rachel got mad and she said, that's not how you have a kid.
Somebody who is really funny who we had on the show is somebody who's
Brian
the opposite of who is funny, unlike Brian.
Oh, yeah, who?
Chris Grace. And you can't even argue with me because you have to agree that he's funny and the best.
Oh, I love Chris Grace. He is funny and the best.
So I loved talking to him, and I'm so happy that his show is successful. And
yes.
He did a bit that really killed me about a very underrated in a mainstream way.
Oh, this is a good one. I like this one a lot.
Overrated in horror circles. It has good stuff in it. It's not amazing. Anyway, but not only does he know and like the movie, but knows it enough to know the really good soundtrack that like I hear shit from that soundtrack in like creepy YouTube videos now. And I'm like, oh, I know where you got that.
Mhm.
You gonna go back to pitching up The Caretaker or like every song from Silent Hill. Anyway, this is a great bit, and I appreciate Chris and you pulling it off to perfection. Here is the clip.
Not a sort of like as much a horror movie as the other ones, but speaking of Scarlett Johansson, I love the movie Under the Skin.
Yes. Mika, I forget her name, but the score for that movie is fabulous.
Which I've changed from Hollywood Fringe to Edinburgh Fringes. I think I'm going to use some of that music in my show.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, because the thing I love about that score for people who haven't seen it is that like there are all these sort of like classic love themes that evolve into sounding very off and creepy.
Yeah. Wait, do you mind if I recreate it right now?
Do it,
Brian,
do it. Yeah.
Brian, you're
I would
gonna
love
just
to.
do this. Brian, you're just gonna do this. You're gonna go dum, 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 dum. That's all you gotta do.
Okay. Dum,
Right.
dum, dum, dum,
Okay, ready?
dum, 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 dum,
That's the music I'm trying to use in my show.
That's perfect. That is 100% what it is. I remember we were in the office
fantastic.
and Dan was like signing a bunch of your albums and we were talking about like horror movie scores that we
I
liked
told
and
him
putting
not
them
to
on.
do that, by the way.
When I put that one of the songs from that on in like 2 minutes and he was like, all right, next one, I can't do this. All right, great. Now do the thing that you were so desperate to do.
Really? I was told that was illegal.
Look, we all have things we want to desperately do that are illegal.
And only some of them involve Matthew Lillard.
I'm hanging up.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that. You can't say that.
Why?
Also, why did you say it like Vincent D'Onofrio and Men in Black again?
Oh, no, I didn't. Man, that would have been Matthew Lillard.
You're not committing.
No, it's true. I was properly called out for that.
Yeah, you were. Well, let's do a little call in.
Mm.
Like
This was the
call-in
best.
show that
Oh
we
my
did.
God. I love this call-in show.
It was so nice to talk to you all.
It was nice to talk to everybody. Because of our tech incompetence, people just had to wait in limbo while we talked to a bunch of people for hours and then just suddenly
hours.
come on without hearing what was going on. It was pretty amazing. And then at the end, we had a lot of people left and I made a call, which Layden agreed to, but it was my idea and I want credit for it. I said, let's just admit them all and see what happens. You know, admit them all and let God sort them out. And it turned out to be probably the best thing we've ever done on this show. Brings tears to my eyes when I think about it because of all the
Same.
wonderful people and positivity that came with it. It was such a fun moment and it was true chaos in the best sense of the word.
But also like a level of controlled chaos that I appreciate, that I feel like we could only get from our audience at that moment in time. To let dozens of people into a call on the internet for a show is a risky move. And
Yes.
yet you all were perfect. You were wonderful.
Yeah.
And you're all cute. And thank you for listening to the show. I mean, really, Brian, I love doing this show. And I really appreciate everybody who listens to it.
Yes. Well, I love doing the show. It is a highlight of my week and indeed my life. And everyone who listens to it is amazing. And Layden, you're the best. One of the real joys of the show has been being able to get to know you better and become
Likewise, Brian.
genuinely close and wonderful friends. And this is such an important part of my life now. And that's why I'm quitting as of effective immediately. Click.
Let me get Jory on
no.
the horn.
No. I see. I can't do shit like that without undercutting it. But no, genuinely, it is such a big part of my life. And just thank you for being here with me every week and for doing it.
Well, thank you, bro. You missed it. So when you left to piss on part 1 for the part that you edited, I got very, sentimental about it. But you'll hear that eventually. By the time this comes out, that will have already been out, and you've heard. Anyway, I love you and your family. Thank you so much for being a part of my life. You're all the best, and everybody at home, I hope you have a wonderful holidays. That you're ready for the new year, and I think you all who ended up on the call, have some wise words for the rest of us. So with that, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. And I know you don't want me to say it, Leighton, and I know you push back every time I go here, but I do want to, and I just, over your objections, I really just do want to say to everybody listening, regardless of what you celebrate this season or any other, regardless of who you are, happy holidays.
Fuck you.
I have an insane idea.
Huh?
There's an admit all button that's just hovering right here.
I mean,
it's going to be chaos, right?
But they're not all turned on, right?
I kind of just want to see what happens here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to click admit all.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask them to all turn on and talk at the same time.
Jesus Christ.
What do you think?
I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
The grand experiment. Let's do it. Admit all. Here we go. Are you ready?
No, I'm not.
Should I not do this?
I think you should do it because it'll be funny.
Yeah, here we go. Bam.
Holy shit. Oh, God.
Everybody's coming in.
Oh, God.
Okay. Great. This is great.
Brian, what have you done?
I don't know. I'm admitting everybody here. Look at everybody. Okay. We're running out of time, so I decided to mass admit people. I'm just going to click everybody ask to unmute. Hello. This is going to be a complete clusterfuck, and I love it so much. Hello, everybody.
Brian was just like, there's an admit all button. Should I press it?
And I decided to press it. Hello, everybody. So we were running short on time. We couldn't talk to everybody individually. Let's see. I can still ask people to unmute. Here we go. I have no idea how this is going to work.
It's so nice to see everybody's faces
this
together.
Rules.
This is so precious.
We have like 20 people that are coming in here. Look at this. This rules. We should have done this from the beginning. It would have been chaos.
Yeah. It turns out it takes a really long time to talk to a bunch of people individually. And you all are such troopers for sticking with it. So thank you.
This is really making my day, seeing all. This is so great.
This is dope.
How many people have animals?
Oh, my cat's underneath my bed, actually.
Yeah, if you have being held though.
If you have an animal, hold it up right now, please.
I got two of the things.
Wow.
This is so great. Okay, now I didn't think this through. I don't know how to handle this many people online.
PhD.
Yeah, exactly. So first of all, thank you all for your patience. I'm sorry you've been waiting here for like 2.5 to 3 hours without even being able to hear what's going on the show. We have to figure that out. I recognize it's a problem. I admit it's a problem. We're looking for solutions. But I did want to thank you all just for hanging out and taking your Saturday to be here with us. Can I see, because it'll be chaos if everybody talks at once. Do we have anyone calling us from like Europe, UK here? Any hands?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Bobby.
Everybody else leave.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's especially late there. Bobby, where are you calling from?
From Glasgow, UK.
Yes. Hello. That's amazing. I'm sorry. It's not super late, right? We're pushing midnight, probably.
Yeah, coming up to midnight. That's right.
That's great. Well, thank you for taking your entire evening to call us. Anyone else from abroad over here?
Kinda. I'm in Canada, so.
Valid.
That's pretty broad. It doesn't really count.
Canada does not count. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm in Canada, but I'm from Brazil.
That counts. That counts. So I do want to hear, and everybody can talk at once. You know what most professionals don't do is operate the board while they're hosting. But
I gotta say, Brian, you've done a pretty good job so far.
Well, thank you. That's the nicest thing you've actually ever said
for
to me.
once.
It adds character.
Yeah, I'd like to think it does as well. So you can all talk at once here. I've been forgetting to ask people this, but I really want to hear. What do you all think of the "What's Poppin'" theme song?
I've never heard it.
Yeah, really I wish I could hear it.
No way.
Pretty good.
Greatest composition of all time.
I didn't know there was a theme song.
Yeah,
Does it go here?
It would go around here. Yep, that's right. We would put it right about.
It's always like
right
muted when I listen.
Yeah.
I've only ever heard of Peaches and Lemons. I've never heard of this What's Poppin'.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I think maybe we need to expand the introduction for it. on the show.
No, I know
it's
the
not
segment.
coming through.
I know the segment.
You just don't know the theme song.
Just not
Right,
the
just
bit.
the theme.
Yeah.
All right.
Could you actually tell us about the history of?
Someone's saying you want to know the history of what's pop. I'd be happy to go into that.
No.
Pop culture was invented.
Everybody leave.
Yeah.
No.
Could we all do a peach at once?
Yes, I love that idea. Let's
Okay.
do it. So do not wait for other people. Leighton, do you want to kick this off?
All right. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And you'll all go on go. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Tomorrow is
I think Peach is really just been enjoying TV with my girlfriend a lot lately. We watch some fun shows. It's just fun to riff on what you're watching, just have a great time. But it's fun when you're watching something with someone who has like a similar sense of humor to you. You know, it's kind of like, you know, on this call almost.
We'll have a lot of fun.
Or listening to a podcast or something like that. So that's my
And they totally crushed it. The crowd was like super into him.
That was fucking awesome. That may be the greatest thing we've ever done on this show.
Legitimately, I'm like kind of moved to tears a little bit. First, like the chorus of just positive things is really nice.
How did we all stop at the same time?
You all are so well behaved and coordinated. You're all cute. You're all in cute rooms.
Everyone looks great.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this show. I can't think of a better way to end this call-in episode than I have another request of all of you. And we're going to do a 3, 2, 1, go. And can we all say, stay safe, come hard?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Absolutely.
All right. So we'll do that and we'll do it like on the show and then we'll all say
And you and
bye
I are going to
and
say
wave
it too, right? We all have to say it at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, great.
All right. Are we ready?
So it's is it 3, 2, 1, and then we say it?
Don't fucking do
No,
this.
I'm not doing a
We
bit.
have guests.
I'm
We have
legitimately
company.
asking. I'm legitimately asking because I don't want to screw it up.
So I'm going to do like 3, 2, 1, go. And then we will all say, stay safe, come hard.
Yeah, no, but this is my question. Do we say it when you say go or we say it after you say go?
How about we just feel it out? Let's figure it out.
This is a legitimate question. Everyone has to be with me on this. That's a legitimate question, right?
I mean, we did pretty well.
Sure. Let's go.
We don't want to have a premature come.
Thank you. That's exactly right. Why don't we do 3, 2, 1, come, and then we say it on the implied come. Okay,
Kind of a group
Brian, you're so
ejaculation.
desperate.
Yeah.
We're all charging our JO crystals together.
That's right.
Brian,
yes,
you lead it. It only feels right since you want to.
Okay, so it's going to be 3, 2, 1, and then after 1, we will all say stay safe. Come on. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Sorry, I just got to take a drink real quick.
Is that piss?
Thank you for asking. That's right. It is piss. This is nice hot piss.
Hell yeah.
Which I've
nice.
I like mine ice.
I dipped into my stash for this one, and by that I mean my mustache.
Is it warm because it's fresh, or did you actually like heat it up on the stove before you brought it into the?
Both. The answer is both. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stay safe. Come hard. Yes.
Yay!
We did it, everybody.
Bye. That's the end of the episode.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
That's the end of the episode.
Bye.
Join us for the next call-in.
Thank you.
Leighton Night is produced by Brian Wecht, Leighton Gray, and Jarek Centeno. Follow us on Twitter at Leighton Night, on Instagram at Leighton_Night, or email us at leightonnight@gmail.com.